Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, hey boo, my name is Yolanda, and in today's video I'm going to talk about my France culture shocks. I have been living in France now for a little over a year, I think, and today I'm gonna be talking about the French culture shocks I have experienced living here as a Ghanaian. So if you find this interesting, grab a snack, grab a drink, grab whatever you have to grab, and let's get right into this video. Well, I have my calipo and I have my notes. I made some notes so I don't forget. So the first thing is the importance of bonjour. Bonjour is like a norm over here. It's a normal thing over here. Even when you are not going to have a conversation with somebody, when you meet people on the street, it's like a normal thing. People say bonjour to each other even though they don't know each other. When you want to talk to somebody and you go like, excuse me, where is the tram or where is the bus, and you don't say bonjour, like they'll just look at you some way, and if you don't take care they'll just walk off all day. Like they will start off by saying bonjour to you. If you stop and you have to talk to somebody, or you want to ask somebody for an information or for direction or whatsoever you want to ask somebody, you have to say bonjour. And the second culture shock: Mondays are not busy days. Most companies don't open on Mondays. Most shops don't open on Mondays. Like a whole Monday. I was going to a shop some time ago and they didn't come on Monday. They don't come on Mondays. This, in my country, Monday is a very busy day. Everybody's going to work. All shops are open. So it was a bit like a culture shock. It was a very big culture shock to me, because where I come from, everything opens on Monday. The next thing I'm going to talk about is opening a bank account. Opening a bank account here in France is very stressful. In my country, you can just use an hour or two to open an account, but here in France it took me over a month to open an account. You have to book a rendezvous, you have to book an appointment, and when you book the appointment, maybe you walk into the bank, you book the appointment, they give you like maybe a week or two for the appointment. You get there and then you meet your whoever you meet, they open the account for you. That's not it. They'll give you another another week or two to get your bank account, like your bank account number and all of those things, and then another week to get your card through your mailbox, and it's a whole lot of stress. Like it took me over a month to get a simple bank account. Like it was a very big call. I was so mad. Like I was telling my friend, this doesn't happen in Ghana, and she's Ghanaian, but she's been in France for a very long time, so like she doesn't really, she knows, but she's really not, she's used to the system now. So when I was complaining, she was like, I complain too much. But not that. In Ghana, you can just use a day, 2 hours. I mean, just 2 hours to open an account. But over here, it took me over a month to open a common bank account. And the next thing I am going to be talking about is la bise, the kiss. When I got here, the very first friend I made was a French person, and the very first time we met, he gave me a kiss, and I felt it was a bit too intimate. I felt it was a bit too intimate, because where I come from, when you meet somebody or when you meet your friends, it's just like a handshake, or maybe if you are familiar with the person, maybe a hug or something. But a kiss, no, I wasn't used to it. So I was like that's their way of greeting. When you meet somebody, you have to kiss the person. Like it's not obligatoire, but like they just go like and I think now I'm used to it. When I meet somebody, like I go like that. And but before I didn't know how to do it. I just didn't have any idea about it, where to start first and where to end. And you know, they do it 3 times, like it's so amazing. The next big culture shock is shops don't open on Sundays. Hey, this country now for them, like malls don't open on Sunday, shops don't. Sunday is like a holiday. Shops don't act like I said Akramo. Malls don't open on Sunday. In my country, Sunday is like a market day. Everything opens on Sunday, like the mall, restaurants, like everything opens on Sundays. But here in France, no, it's not like that. Even the ones that will open are just few, and by 12 or 1 they are closed. So this was like a very big culture shock to me. Like when I came, sometimes I go like I'll wait and do my shopping on Saturday or Sunday, and then on Sunday, boom, they are not opening. The next culture shock, French people like to complain too much. I mean, it's normal everywhere, but they like to complain about very little things, like things that don't even matter. They like to complain about very little things. Maybe they are walking to the tram and then the bus leaves or the tram leaves. Excuse me. Excuse me for using that word, but they are always using it. The next culture shock I'm going to be talking about is shopping bags. You know, in my country, when you go to the mall or when you go to the market or wherever you go to, where you are going to buy something, you know, they give you a bag. Like, it's free. You don't pay for it, right? But over here, it's not free. You have to pay for it. And when you are going back to the shop, you have to keep the bag at home. When you are going back to the shop to buy stuff, you take the bag. If you don't take it, you pay for another one. And I think it's a good thing because you don't really see bags like flying around. Nobody will throw it away because you are paying for it. But by my country, if you are going to buy plantain or you are going to buy eggs, they'll give you free bag, and after that you just throw it away because you didn't pay for it. But over here in France, the very first time I went to the shop to buy groceries, the lady asked me if I want a bag. I said, of course. Why am I going to put the thing? I mean, I didn't say that to her, but I was like, of course. Why am I going to put the things? Like, am I going to carry them? I don't remember the amount, but she like told me, let's say maybe if it's €1, it's not up to €1, but she mentioned the price, and I thought it was free. I was like, okay, I want a bag because if I don't pay for it, I don't know how I'm going to hold the things. Over here, you pay for bags, shopping bags, whatever. Even if it is water and you want a bag, you pay for it. It's not free. And it was a very big culture shock to me because you can't even throw a bag away. I have a lot of them, and whenever you are going to the shop, you have to take it because it ain't free. The next culture shock I'm going to be talking about is the strike. French people like to do demonstration about everything, even if it is not necessary. They deem it necessary to do demonstration over everything. Like almost every Saturday there's a demonstration. This is what I have experienced. The next big culture shock I have experienced is religion. This is a very strange thing. Like the whole country, it's like a normal thing. This is going to be a little bit sensitive, but to me, I find it very, excuse me to say, stupid, because French people don't believe in God. Like, let me say 90% of them don't believe in God, and they don't go to church. Like, they don't believe. I mean, you believe in coronavirus and they'll tell you that they can't believe what they can't see. I mean, that's a very lame like thing to say, because you believe in coronavirus. Can you see the virus? You can't see the virus, but you believe there's a virus, there's something called coronavirus, and you'll be walking with your mask. You can't see, so why are you believing there's coronavirus? That's the same thing. You don't have to see God, or you don't have to, I mean, we say seeing is believing, but Since you exist, you should know something also exists, right? How can you believe in coronavirus and you not believe in God? I mean, that's a very thing to do, like to say. I mean, I really get emotional when it comes to these things because it's very difficult, and I really don't like to associate myself with people who don't believe in God. Because I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? It's a very big like problem for me because me na faith na kasa esheki dada, then you don't believe in God. Like, I mean, how can we pray? The next culture shock I'm going to be talking about, I'm sorry if I'm looking away, like people are playing outside and I'm just looking outside because it's very sunny today and I'm loving it. So the next culture shock I'm going to be talking about here is smoke break. I don't really know much about this, but French people have they have lunch break and they have smoke break. This is amazing. Smoke break. So they have a break to like a break time to go out of their offices to smoke. I mean, this is like a very big culture shock because in my country, like, smoking is not like a normal thing. Over here you see a 17 years old guy or girl out there smoking and it's normal. The next culture shock is, I don't know what they use the bread for. French people like to buy bread. I honestly don't know what they use it for. When you see them holding a lot of bread and they are just holding it, it's not in any bag, it's not in any sack, nothing, they're just holding it. And when they get home, they just put it on the table like it's bare like that, and it can be there for days. And anytime they want to eat it, they'll just take it from the table, like a bare table, and they'll just take it from the table and eat. And I have this housemate that he works in the bakery, and then I think he should be home right now. He works in the bakery and he told me he's going to bring good stuff and he's going to bring bread, he's going to bring da 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 da. I said okay. So I don't know, for some reason he brings bread alright, but I don't eat it. I don't know why. So there was this time I was in the kitchen, I was cooking, and then he came from work and he brought bread and he took the bread out of his bag, and the bread was not in any paper, like not in any kind of envelope or wrapper or nothing. There was no wrapper, like just the bare bread. He just took the bread out of his bag, and you know there were other things in the bag, like apron, like other things in the bag. I'm like, is this what I was going to eat? I mean, I'm not used to it. In my country, when I'm going to buy bread, like it's in a rubber and you know, like it's neatly packed and stuff. But these people, hey. If you're my friend and you're French, please don't take this personal, because you know, in my country I'm not used to these things. That is why it's a culture shock. So don't take this video personal, please. I beg you. So the last thing I'm going to be talking about is their eating habit. They eat breakfast, lunch and dinner. They don't snack in between. Like when they are eating breakfast, they are eating breakfast. When they are eating lunch, like it's a very large meal, and after that is it, and then dinner. This is what I have noticed, like my French friends, this is what they do. This is my culture shock experience since I got to France. I think there are more, but I just wrote this down today, and I couldn't remember a lot of them, so this is all I could remember. Okay, so we've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, kindly like this video, share, comment. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I don't know what you are waiting for. Like, why are people like this? Why do you want me to cry on you? Like, don't do that. You are watching me, you don't want to subscribe. Like, you let me get beef, you let me get beef, you let me no get beef. So just subscribe and let's become a family. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.